Hello, Alex. Welcome to the red carpet.
Thank you for having us. Thanks to the Paradiso and Kimberly Douglas for the amazing Flow Film Festival, number 6, I believe. And we're going to be premiering the latest Flow movie, which is called Jupiter.
Wow. So tell us a little bit about the film and how it was made.
Yeah, it's a very interesting story, Michelle. So we typically work with a high school group of students to create the content for the films. But this time we went a little different. And we worked at a correctional facility called TGK Boot Camp in Miami. We had 18 cadets, these are young men serving time, and from that we taught a health curriculum. Then we teach a story structure, how to create and write scripts. Then their first drafts go off to my separate youth advisory board that critique them, give them very low scores, but it gives them a chance to really workshop them and get them better. And then the highest rated scripts get shot into a movie, and Jupiter's one of them.
Wow. So tell us a little bit about the process.
So because of the Department of Corrections, we all had to be cleared before we could go in. So we did have less educators than we typically do. So we had 3 health curriculum educators, and then myself and Kimberly Douglas and Deanna Rodriguez, who's one of our story producers. We came in after the fact. One of the movies, which ended up becoming Jupiter, is originally called Jupiter Diaries. It's based on a young girl overcoming suicide through the power of music. So because it's centered around the song, if you can hear, that's the song playing called Ghost. So because it's centered around the music, I had to bring in a separate producer to work on the song. Matthew, I think you know him as well. And we had to do the film development and then the song development. I've never produced a song before, so that was a challenge, but I'm glad we did it. Ghost is an incredible song. It went through like 5 renditions. It's very powerful. And I think it really reflects the imagery and the emotion of this movie. I'm gonna start crying already because it's such a heavy topic, suicide prevention. I don't know how everybody handles mental health. I've dealt with it parts of my life. It's been some tough things. So when we were developing this script, we all had to take a pause because it's heavy duty. And when you see the film itself, it gets dark because it has to. And then, of course, she blossoms into the light through the music.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
Jupiter, but the song's called Ghost.
The song is called Ghost.
It's a short movie. So the whole goal of Flow is actually to create very powerful films with a lesson guide so that we can give them to teachers to teach that topic. So if they're going to be teaching on Monday morning, we're going to talk about, suicide in health class. So you show the film, it breaks the ice, the students are very focused on the topic, and then we have lesson plans for the teacher to teach about it. Wow. So if you get a chance, interview Brandy. She's on the Education Advisory Board, and she put together, their team, put together amazing lesson guide. Like I literally just glanced at it today, and I was like, wow, this is amazing.
So tell us, will it be available in schools?
Yes, that's what we're hoping for. So what we did with Flow was to really concentrate on the process and the projects. Now we're in post-production on another film, funny enough, and that will be number 6. So I think 6 is now enough for us to start marketing for distribution, to get it into school systems. It's really difficult to say, hey Michelle, I've got movies. Oh, there's only 2. There's only 3. Right. Now we got 6.
I just have a comment to make because Michelle does too. We live in an area that is more affluent, the area, and I'm seeing that they have the similar issues, different dynamics, but very similar issues. So that is also something that's needed. So I would love it if your program would reach that demographic in more affluence, because it's still like, look at human trafficking.
Absolutely.
It's huge, and it hits all different types of people, right?
And those types of subjects are common everywhere. It has
and those
no
are the topics that we want to concentrate on.
Right.
We want to push the envelope. We have experts on our team that can always help us out with curriculum development and script development. I work with Homeland Security because in my clinic job, we do healthcare for sex traffic survivors. So we have a cadre of talents that we can pull from. They're not in the movie industry, but they greatly help our work in the movie industry.
That's right. Right. So people who are making these films, are they future filmmakers, or are they just starting out? Did they have this passion beforehand? Or?
Great question. No, they didn't. It's the first time they were really introduced to this type of thing. So hopefully you'll get to meet the 3 writers who you can talk to. I know one's on his way. So I think what it is that they have to be given the opportunities to do something much more positive, and hopefully that this is one of those opportunities. One of the things we want to do is we get bigger funding is, let's say everybody here is in the project, but only you get your movie picked up. Well, we got to keep everyone else happy, so let's get them trained on how to work on a movie set, how to work in hair and makeup, how to work with the gaffer, how to go work with the DP, all that type of stuff.
Amazing.
So we'd like to make a pathway to employment for the students that didn't get their script picked up.
Right. But how many scripts are written?
So the last group was 18, but it was 18 cadets, but they paired up.
Okay.
We ended up having 13 scripts.
Wow.
The top 4 were read in the prison at a live table read. We invited actors to come in and we read the 4 scripts. The funder was there, and we chose the top 2. Loner Activity, which we've just shot, we're in post-production,
Okay.
and Jupiter.
Okay, so these films do get to be screened and watched by many, many people. So that's amazing. And the things that you're doing, it's a really wonderful program, and it's building a big skill set for a whole group of youth.
Yeah, exactly. So if we can continue with the funding, get greater funding, I think the pathway to employment will be what would really enhance what we do, because we always shoot a BTS like promo video. So next time we do this, these kids have to do it. We've trained them how to work it, so you go do it this time.
That's right.
So Instagram, it's flow_helpin, and then the website www.futureleadersoftheworld.org.
Okay, wonderful. But how can someone be successful in making these films? Who chooses the films?
So a lot is driven by their peers. The youth advisory boards score them. So when you've got 11 scripts and 2 are very highly rated, those are the ones that are going to go into production. The writers have a chance to get them better, but we typically find the writers with a great concept, because we're always going to work with them on the technical parts of the script. They don't know how to write final draft. They don't have final draft. We do it for them. But their concept and their ideas, and then when we give them back their rewrites, if the youth advisory board says your dialogue sucks, you got to work on your dialogue. So if they're listening and they read the scores and they improve it, then they get bigger and better.
That's a great way to learn. It's a great thing that you're doing. Thank you so much for doing the great work that you do, and also for being a great director. We also have Butcher's Bill screening tonight too.
Another film of ours, we re-edited it after doing it as an original 48-hour film project. So it's a lot better now. We've really touched it up, major score. It's awesome.
I am so excited because I'm in the film too. So, but Alex is our wonderful director, and thank you so much for joining me.
Welcome. Thank you all.